afternoon from here, and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Global News at 12. I am Ruth Obodu, and now the news in detail. After weeks of political stalemate and growing public frustration, the U.S. Senate has taken a major step toward ending the nation's longest ever government shutdown, passing a bipartisan funding bill that now awaits approval from the House of Representatives. BeeTv News' Esoe Osanwege has more.
The U.S. Senate has approved a crucial funding bill aimed at ending the country's longest ever government shutdown, which has left more than 1 million federal workers unpaid. The bill passed late Monday in a 60-40 vote, with nearly all Republicans and 8 Democrats supporting the measure that would fund the government until the end of January. The breakthrough came after days of bipartisan negotiations led by Republican Senator Susan Collins and others, who pushed for an agreement to restore government operations and ensure workers receive back pay. The deal also includes funding for key departments such as agriculture and military construction, and extends food assistance under the SNAP program through next September, and bring relief to millions affected by the shutdown. From the global scene, I am Esohe Osanwege reporting for BeeTv News.
Donald Trump, President of the United States, has threatened to sue the BBC for $1 billion over the way his January 6, 2021 speech was edited in a panorama documentary, accusing the broadcaster of misleading viewers and defaming him. The reports.
Donald Trump has threatened to sue the BBC for $1 billion over the way his 6 January 2021 speech was edited in the panorama documentary. His legal team has given the broadcaster a 14 November deadline to issue a retraction, claiming the edits made it appear he was urging supporters to attack the U.S. Capitol.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
The controversy follows a leaked BBC memo that highlighted the edit speech and also raised concerns about anti-Trump and anti-Israel bias, as well as one-sided coverage of gender issues. The fallout from the memo led to the resignation of BBC Director General Tim Davie and News Chief Deborah Tornes, though both denied institutional bias. BBC Samar Shah admitted the edit was an error of judgment that gave the wrong impression and offered an apology. He stressed that the corporation had addressed concerns raised in the memo and had not ignored complaints, noting that over 500 had been received since the leak.
Apologizing is for the way the team edited President Trump's speech to his supporters on January the 6th.
Trump's legal team argued that the BBC's actions were defamatory and misleading, and the president sought compensation for damage of his reputation. He also criticized some of the broadcaster's journalists for bias. UK political leaders weighed in, with Prime Minister Keir Starmer rejecting claims of institutional bias at the BBC.
Israel Monday returned the remains of 15 Palestinians to the Gaza Strip in one of several exchanges taking place under the fragile terms that has followed months of devastating war. The handover, facilitated by the International Committee of the Red Cross, took place at Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis, a scene filled with grief, anticipation, and desperate hope. The reports.
Among the crowd of mourners and anxious families, still the mother still searching for a 15-year-old son who had been missing for months. She clenched a small photograph of him, her eyes fixed on the stretchers, arriving one after another. "I have come every time they bring back bodies," she whispered. "Each time I hope it's him, and each time I go home with nothing." Hospital staff walked quietly as the 15 bodies were transferred from Red Cross vehicles to the morgue. Many of the remains arrived wrapped in numbered white shrouds without identification. Medical personnel photographed and catalogued each body before allowing families inside to look for their relatives, a process repeated hundreds of times since the ceasefire began. The Gaza Ministry of Health said more than 315 bodies have been returned by Israel since October, when both sides agreed to exchange the remains. "This is the last time I have to come." From the global scene, I am Esohe Osanwege reporting for BeeTv News.
Malaysian maritime patrols have intensified search and rescue operations in the Andaman Sea after a boat carrying dozens of Rohingya refugees from Myanmar capsized near the Malaysia-Thailand maritime border late last week. The reports.
The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency (MMEA) said patrol boats and aircraft have been deployed over an area of about 255 square nautical miles off Longwaki Island to locate survivors. The operation is being carried out in collaboration with Thai authorities as debris and bodies have been found drifting across both sides of the border. At least 21 bodies have been recovered so far, 12 in Malaysian waters and 9 in Thai waters, while 13 people were rescued alive. The capsized vessel is believed to have been carrying around 70 people, mostly Rohingya refugees fleeing persecution and overcrowded camps in Bangladesh Cox's Bazar. Authorities said search teams are racing against time as hope fade of finding more survivors. Poor weather and strong currents have hampered visibility and delayed progress. Our team are doing everything possible under challenging sea condition, said MMEA Northern Region Director, Maritime First Admiral Mo Zawamwi Abdullah. We are coordinating closely with Thailand to expand the search area. The tragedy is the latest in a growing number of maritime disasters involving Rohingya refugees who continue to risk their life attempting to reach Malaysia, where they believe they can find work and safety. According to the UN Refugee Agency, more than 5,100 Rohingya have embarked on dangerous sea journeys in 2025 alone, with nearly 600 dead or missing. Human rights groups have urged Southeast Asian nations to improve coordination on rescue and landing protocols. Amnesty International warned that regional governments must stop criminalizing refugees and instead provide safe disembarkment and humanitarian aid. Survivors of the latest disaster are being held in Malaysian immigration facilities pending investigation. Refugee advocates say detention will only deepen their trauma. They fled genocide and hopelessness only to face another nightmare at sea, said one aid worker based in Penang. These people need protection, not punishment. Meanwhile, another boat reportedly carrying about 230 people is still missing somewhere in the Andaman Sea. Authorities fear that death toll could rise if the vessel has also capsized. The MMEA says air surveillance and sea patrol will continue in the Beechcraft King airplane had departed from Port Lauderdale Executive Airport around 10:14 a.m. and went down just minutes later, narrowly missing several homes before plunging into a retention pond in the Windsor Bay community near Northwest 57th Way. Emergency crew rushed to the scene after residents reported a loud explosion and rising smoke. According to Coral Spring Fire Rescue, divers located the wreckage submerged in the pond but found no survivors. The victim were later identified as 53-year-old Alexander Worm and his 22-year-old daughter, Serena Worm, who were on a humanitarian mission to deliver relief supplies to Jamaica following.
Thailand has halted progress on its peace agreement with Cambodia after a landmine explosion along the border injured several soldiers. The move has heightened tensions between the two countries, threatening the fragile trust signed just 2 weeks ago. The reports.
Thailand has paused its peace agreement with Cambodia after a landmine explosion injured 4 Thai soldiers along the border deal. Signed last month in Malaysia and overseen by US President Donald Trump, was meant to end months of tension following a deadly border clash in July. The explosion happened after a routine parole, leaving 1 soldier with a severed leg and others with shrapnel wounds. Thailand claims Cambodia planted new landmines, but Phnom Penh denies the accusation, saying most mines date back decades and the area remains difficult to clear. The pause also affects the planned release of 18 Cambodian prisoners of war. The original agreement had promised heavy weapons withdrawal, demining and reduced tensions, but it was not a full peace treaty. Border disputes remain unresolved. Thailand and Cambodia share a largely unmapped 500-mile border, and past clashes have centered around historical sites, including the Preah Vihear Temple. Both militaries have communicated after the incident, but Thailand's move highlights how fragile the peace process remains. The incident has put the public and foreign missions urged to remain vigilant. The U.S. Embassy in Delhi has advised Americans to avoid large crowds and the affected area. Delhi, a city of over 30 million residents, has faced blasts in previous decades, though incidents in such central historic locations remain rare. The Red Fort, a symbol of India's independence and a major tourist attraction, underscores the shock and significance of this attack. Harmony Agba for reporting for BeeTv News.
U.S. air travel faces escalating disruption as the ongoing federal government shutdown strains the nation's air traffic system. Thousands of Federal Aviation Administration employees, including air traffic controllers, have been working without pay for over a month, leading to widespread absenteeism, early retirement, and resignations. The report.
The FAA has responded by mandating flight reductions at major airports, cutting schedules by 4–10% at 40 of the busiest hubs. On Monday alone, more than 2,300 flights were cancelled, with thousands more delayed, straining airlines and frustrating travelers ahead of the holiday season. President Donald Trump issued a stern directive demanding controllers to return to work immediately, warning a substantial docking of pay for those who do not comply. Simultaneously, he offered a $10,000 bonus to controllers who remain on duty without taking time off, praising them as great patriots. Trump framed the disruption as the result of a Democrat shutdown house and emphasized the importance of controllers supporting continued operations. Airline executives have raised alarms over the impact on safety and operations. The American Airlines COO described the level of cancellations as simply unacceptable, highlighting the pressure on both staff and passengers. The Controllers Union has warned that forcing employees to work without pay and under threat could erode safety margins in the nation's airspace. Travelers are advised to expect continued delays and cancellations, especially at major hubs such as Atlanta, Chicago, and New York. Analysts note that even after the shutdown ends, restoring full operational capacity could take weeks due to staffing losses and the need to reintegrate controllers. The situation continues to unfold as the administration seeks to maintain air traffic operations under unprecedented conditions while airlines and passengers navigate mounting disruptions. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
We'll go on a short break to stay with us.
Edo State, it is time to celebrate 365 days of progressive leadership, visible progress, and practical governance. The Edo State government cordially invites you to the one-year anniversary celebration of His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo, Governor of Edo State. Theme: 365 days rebuilding a new Edo. Date: 12th of November 2025. Time: 10 a.m. Venue: Victor Owaifo Creative Hub, Airport Road, Benin City. Join us in celebrating 365 days of positive impact, 365 days of progressive leadership, 365 days of remarkable milestones, and 365 days of the Shine Agenda, where policies have become practical, visible results, all driven by the visionary leadership of a man whose courage, dedication, and unwavering commitment is rebuilding Edo brick by brick. And this is just the beginning. A new Edo has risen. Signed, Edo State Government.
It's been 1 year of purposeful leadership, 1 year of people-centered governance, 1 year of progress under His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo, Governor of Edo State. From the reconstruction of major roads across Benin City and rural communities of Edo to massive recruitment of teachers and revitalization of public schools, from improved healthcare facilities to the empowerment of youths, traders, and farmers through grants and skill acquisition schemes, Edo is truly on the rise. Okpebholo has brought stability, restored public confidence, and strengthened collaboration for good governance. As proud Edo sons and daughters, we celebrate a year of growth, unity, and progress for all. 1 year of vision, 1 year of purpose, and 1 year of greater Edo. Indeed, a new Edo is rising. Once again, congratulations, Your Excellency, Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, Executive Governor, Edo State. Signed, Honorable Jared Tinebe, Chairman APC, and Engineer Lawrence Oka, Secretary APC, Edo State.
Welcome back. And now moving on to business news. 9 major Nigeria banks generated a combined 14.72 trillion in interest income in the first 9 months of 2025, reflecting a 27.68% increase from 11.53 trillion recorded in the same period of 2024. The growth was driven by the prevailing high interest rate environment. Let's join BeeTv News Temitope Oluwafemi for more details from the business world.
The banks reviewed include Access Holding PLC, Zenith Bank PLC, First Hold Co., United Bank of Africa, Guarantee Trust Holding Company, Stanbic IBTC Holdings, Sterling Financial Holding Company, Wema Bank, and Echo Transactional Incorporated. Access Holdings led with 2.90 trillion naira in interest income, up to 21.11% from 2.39 trillion in the previous year. Zenith Bank followed with 2.74 trillion naira, representing a 40.77% rise from 1.95 trillion naira. EcoBank posted 2.33 trillion naira, up 20% from 1.93 trillion naira, while First Holding Co. earned 2.29 trillion naira, a 40.38% increase from 1.63 trillion naira. Zenith Bank and First Holding Co. recorded the strongest year-on-year growth among the top banks, adding 793.84 billion naira and 600 management as of August 2025. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to entertainment news. Nigeria Afrobeat star Davido drew a massive crowd at his sold-out concert held at the 25,000 capacity Obafemi Awolowo Stadium in Ibadan on November 9, 2025. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke were among the high-profile attendees, underscoring the cultural significance of the event. Let's join BeeTv News Evelyn Zibili for more details from the entertainment world.
Davido thrilled fans with energetic performances of his hit song, including Aye and Fire, keeping the audience engaged throughout. A highlight of the night came when popular skit maker Trinity Guy joined Davido on stage, fulfilling his long-held dream of meeting the singer. The concert also boosted local economic activity, benefiting vendors and businesses in Ibadan. It formed part of Davido's 5 Alive World Tour, covering Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones and reinforcing Afrobeat's growing global influence. Fans left with lasting memories of the vibrant show that celebrated music, culture, and national pride. Sammy West, brother of Nollywood actress Regina Daniels, has been released on bail after spending 4 days in detention. His arrest occurred amid the ongoing conflict between Regina Daniels and her husband, businessman Ned Nwoko.